Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ikita, your host for the day. I'm Ikita, not Nikita, not Ishita. I'm Ikita. Just like Ikigai means life's purpose, your reason for being, in the same way, Ikita is a Japanese verb which means to live a purposeful life. And here I am hosting this purpose-driven event. I'm an analytics consultant at Nielsen IQ, a dog adorer, and a yoga enthusiast. I'm passionate about all things music, and I'm very keen to learn the art of mixology. Okay, but a lot about me. I also have Nihal with me as my co-host for the day, but I seem to have kind of lost him on my way up here. If you guys see a man in blue, please guide him to this stage. And while Nihal finds his way back to the podium, Nihal is an associate partner at Quantum Consumer Solutions. When he's not associate partnering, he likes to be very outdoorsy. He rides bikes, jumps out of the planes, but some could say he could give an average couch potato a solid run for his money, given how much Netflix he binges. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, emerging out of the audience. Is that a new thing, Nihal?
That
I mean,
is
how much
definitely-
attention is too much attention?
That is definitely a new thing. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. Ikita, thank you so much for the lovely, lovely introduction. Really sweet of you. I have to say, I mean, looking at you guys, all here in full glory is the best thing ever. I mean, it's somehow the only time I've actually seen so many people under one roof has been at the airport. And hey, that's a different purpose altogether. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 4th MRSI GKA Awards. This is something we're extremely proud of. We're thankful for HUL to be our key channel partner here. HUL has in fact been standing with us, absolutely. A big round of applause for them. HUL has been a very strong partner for MRSI. They continue to do so, and they're here as well right now. Before we get started, just a couple of housekeeping rules that I would like to run you through, and these are basics and small ones. I won't take too much of your time. Cell phones, they're our best friend and our worst enemy, so keep them away, keep them on silent when people call, especially clients and annoying agency people. They tend to do that at very crucial moments, so just ensure they are silenced. But if you're taking pictures, feel free to do so. In fact, click and share and tag us, and we'll be more than happy for a little bit of publicity. So that's that. The other thing we want to talk to you about is the fact that we're looking at sustainability as a big part of the MRSI, which is why you'll see glasses, not bottles, in front of you. We're not going to throw plastic away. So please feel free to use them and reuse them. They're perfectly sanitized. And the third thing we're doing is you won't see any papers or pamphlets. I mean, don't let this scare you. We do have sustainability quite built in. And you'll see QR codes everywhere. You'll be able to click photos of that and look up any information that you might want. So please
Thank you,
feel free to
Nihal.
do that. My pleasure.
Thank you for keeping them sweet and short. Before we begin the ceremony, we would like to thank MRSI for inviting us to be a part of this mega event, especially this year when the world finally got out and we could meet all of you in person.
No, absolutely. And it's an absolute honor. In fact, it's a joy for us to be here. Just a little more in terms of identifying people. You'll see people with badges roaming around, and it took me a little off guard as well. But let me tell you a little bit about these badges. The ones with the golden badge, these are the ones to watch out for. They're the finalists, and they're definitely going to make the night come alive. Absolutely. They waded through competition and they've got here, so watch out for them. The other ones that you'll see are the ones wearing black name tags. These are our glamorous invitees. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here. And the third label, the third badge you would see is the trademark blue MRSI. These are the worker bees. You can tap on them in case you need any help through the evening. They're the guys who put this marvelous event together, and they've done a fabulous job. There's light shining straight in my face, so I know they've done their job perfectly well. Yeah, in case you need anything, pick on these people with badges and they'll tell you where to go. In case you're colorblind like me, tap on the guy who's next to you and ask him to help you out. I'm sure that might work. Sounds good? Is that clear enough?
Yes.
Was okay, perfect. All right. So that said, while we're all here, and I'm sure there are a couple of you who are new to the GKA. So Ikita, why don't we just introduce them to a little bit about the GKA and what it's all about?
Nihal, I don't know about you, I'm getting a full Oscar vibe. I feel I'm part of Oscars, co-hosting right next to Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, a little correction, a little less funnier version of Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, she's not very subtle, is she? Well, I try. I try my best at being funny. Once in a way, once in a while. Anyways, I did some digging, and speaking of the Oscars, I found out that the Oscar statue is made of gold. Well, it's gold-plated metal, but it's gold nonetheless. So is that something to look forward to for tonight? Some shiny stuff?
I don't think so. We should get our hopes so high tonight. Although, all jokes apart, actually, Oscars being the most prestigious awards for the entertainment industry, MRSI GKA aims to be just that. While we are working our backsides off and contributing in immense way, there's a lot of glory and effort that goes unrecognized. And we are here to change that. MRSI GKA is here to change that and bring to the forefront contribution made by research and ultimately, honor, celebrate, rejoice the researchers themselves.
Wow, that sounds like a heady mix. And who better to celebrate this than with our own fraternity? I mean, it's just an honor to be here with you guys. I feel privileged to be standing here.
Absolutely, Nihal. I think MRSI wants to shift the needle and showcase our work and ultimately turn the spotlight onto us.
I think that job has effectively been accomplished. Ta-da, there's a spotlight. A spotlight, Dada? Oh, there's no spotlight, is it? Okay, there's no spotlight. Fair enough. Anyways, that said and done and that out of the way, I would like to invite Paru Minocha to give the welcome speech for this evening. A big round of applause for Paru, people. Cool. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the 4th edition of Golden Key Awards 2022. It's an honor to have with us many stalwarts who have shaped the industry, leaders who are currently running the industry, and the emerging stars who are going to be the leaders tomorrow, all under one roof. Before we really get into the full swing of GKA, I would like to use this opportunity to really, in the spirit of accountability, update you with what all work MRSI is doing. In the last few years, MRSI has been playing an active role in keeping the industry updated and giving it its rightful space on the global map. It was a vision that was started with previous presidents, Sandeep Arora and Manish Makhijani, and we have made great progress on the same. There are basically 3 streams that we are working on: building profile, building talent, and building pride, and I'll just quickly take you through them. To start off was the shift in the way that we size the industry from being a numerical addition of the revenue that few companies kind of shared. We expanded it to reflect the true nature and pulse of the industry, including offshoring as well as a lot of analytic work. The latest sizing report, which was released in November 2022, reveals that we are a size of $2.7 billion, placing us at rank number 4 globally. This is available for free download. I hope you all have it. And annual updates are being done, and a full refresh would be done in 2025. This stream is being spearheaded by Prashant Koleri. We always knew we were a big industry in its reach and now acknowledged even in terms of its size at the global map. To make sure there is method in the seemingly organic, ever-growing industry, it is critical that we have guardrails for the research buyer, for the research provider, and really, really importantly, for the data subjects. MRSI has relaunched a revamped code of conduct aligned to SOMA, which will govern all its members. The key premise is to keep it relevant, to keep it current with emerging sensitivities, protecting the sanctity of shared data, and making sure we are at the forefront of being inclusive in our approach and reach. The PSC committee worked tirelessly to get this adopted by its members, and the PSC committee is chaired by Dr. Derek Gray. As you're aware, the draft Digital Personal Data Protection Bill 2022 was released for public consultation in November last year. This is an important legislation which impacts our industry. The MRSI data protection team, led by Sandeep Arora, took up this initiative to respond to the bill to ensure that our industry views and needs were recognized and heard. We submitted our response to the Digital Data Protection Bill to MeitY after consulting with our members and legal partners, and the final bill is awaited to be announced by the government. Being an industry that is significant in presence in India and abroad, with a large part of its services being rendered in countries overseas, we recognize that we need to increase our saliency, obviously with the end buyers in the different countries, but also with the Government of India. I'm sure you're aware that we had the Honorable Minister of Commerce and Industry and Consumer Affairs, Piyush Goyal, who addressed the MRSI seminar, and he really challenged us to grow twofold in two ways. One was to reach the last man or the woman in the smallest village of India so that our reach really covers India and every part of it, and also to be a sizable partner taking the industry abroad. Subsequent to this, we have connected with Mr. Darpan Jain, who is the Joint Secretary of Commerce Industry, to find mutual ways to promote the industry. We're about to sign an MOU with the SEPC and will work very closely with them towards common goals. Now, really moving from the macro to the micro, MRSI has been at the helm of defining the household consumption surrogate for socioeconomic classification, which is intuitive, which aids decision-making at the buyer's end, and in a way that makes identification of the cohorts simpler at the provider end. We have had SEC and NCCS in the past. In 2018, MRSI had introduced ISEC by the then President Sanjoy Datta along with Ashutosh Sinha and Praveen Tripathi. Due to COVID and other reasons, this hasn't become a currency yet. We have reactivated this stream and are working actively to mine data across Kantar World Panel, Vision, and others. And we'll come back to the fraternity for the next steps. Shubhadeep Banerjee is spearheading this stream. In the seminar last year, we also talked about talent, and I think we got a lot of response on that, and the need to infuse the industry with the right kind of talent, and more importantly, also in the right numbers. I know all member organizations are working individually to really get more people in, and we're committed to, as MRSI, we're committed to raise the profile and make this a destination, a career of choice. We were ambitious and thought we could catch this recruitment cycle, but that this has not happened. And I urge you all present here to share the universities that you would like to recruit from so that we can, as MRSI, work together to make those universities our priority. And MRSI will also provide a platform where colleges can connect with member organizations for internships so that they get a flavor of the industry before they join it. This is headed by Nitesh, and that's the talent team. So as you can see, lots is happening, and I invite you to collaborate with any of the stream that excites you or you feel you can contribute to. And I think now I'm coming back to finally the largest stream, and that is of building pride. It not only attracts talent, but is the real reason so many of us are still there in the industry. This pride has many aspects. The power of our insights shapes the brands of tomorrow. The voice of our insights changes the lives of consumers. And the reach of our insight really gives a voice to all the people, making it not only diverse, but also inclusive. As researchers, I always say, if you're once a researcher, you're always a researcher. And as researchers, our main job is to learn every day. And I'm delighted to share that we have Lakshmi today with us, who will inspire us with her life story and many, many lessons that we can learn from her to how to overcome obstacles and reach beyond possible. Today, we are here to celebrate and recognize the impact of our work. That's the really foundation of GKA in big ways and meaningful ways. It could be towards shaping brands, unearthing new nuances of the consumers, or finding newer and efficient ways of doing things by always getting better. The awards are really to shine a torch on individuals so that their spark can become a fire, projects that went beyond the ordinary, and teams that won by having a common goal. GKA was started by Manish Makhijani 3 years ago, quite distinct from the seminar which focuses on innovation in thinking, and to call out and recognize the great work we do as an industry that really gives commercial and marketing results. In its 4th year, we've had the highest ever response. It's been the best ever year. We have fine-tuned the awards over the years, adding Most Humane Organization and Most Effective Storyteller award last year. And this year, we included Best Work in Emerging Sectors and the long overdue Best Operations Team. As the GK matures, we have a very good problem. We find that the quality gets better. In effect, the difference between those who get shortlisted and those not, the finalists and the winners, is very, very small. Nearly every single one of the 165 entries had superior work, significant impact, and creative thinking. Often what made the difference was the clarity of thinking and really hitting hard the brief for the specific award. We had 14 independent jury panels with a senior provider of research, a senior buyer, and a domain expert. In panels where additional expertise was required, the jury was included to beef that up. And it goes without saying that jury members recuse themselves from their own company entries. You will notice another GK tradition, which I am personally very excited about, which is our bright and brilliant hosts. It is only fair that we have on stage the young talent taking us through the evening, and we want these awards to have the leaders of tomorrow center stage. So really, it's a great thing to have you both here. And before I hand back to our hosts for the evening, I would like to take a moment to recognize and thank the MRSI Secretariat and the team that holds all the streams of work together. It's not easy. Mithali, supported by a very able team, has infused never before energy and focus, positioning MRSI as really the true steer of the industry. So today, now let's get back to GK and enjoy the evening. So back to Ikita and Nihal, let the magic begin.
Super stuff. Thank you so much, Paru. I hope we live up to the lovely words you said for us.
Thank you, Paru, for detailing out MRSI for us. Back to you, Nihal.
Yes, shoot.
Since you love the spotlight.
Of course.
And you watch so much OTT. So do you happen to see Elephant Whisperers or RRR? We have much to be proud of our entertainment industry with their Oscar wins, right?
That's true. And while I've heard of them, just a little something about me. I'm more the Bollywood vibes kinds, Mahip for the win, she's completely mind-blowing. And I don't know about you guys, but come on, give me a little bit of a cheer if you like a little bit of Karan Johar in your life, right? Who doesn't? So that's what. I just feel that way about Karan Johar. He just gives the audience exactly what you want. Boom.
I think you should really up your content library.
Oh.
Please, I urge you.
Okay.
Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, before we digress further, talking about our first awards, for what you all have waded through Friday traffic and come for.
Really? Really? Guys, show of hands. How many of you have actually waded through traffic and come here for the awards? Manish has. Manish is the only person here who's like hand on heart lying. Ikita, I'm 100% sure they've all come here for the open bar and the unlimited snacks, which, by the way, the bar is open right through the evening and you can have a blast. Go nuts at it.
Hold your horses, Nihal. As long as you want it, no. The bar is opened only after the awards, ladies and gentlemen, not throughout the night.
Oh, shucks. That's a bit of bad news, but don't worry, it'll happen soon.
Although you mentioned it, I could also do with a glass of martini.
That's a very slippery slope, Ikita, and you and I both know that once it starts, it becomes Ishita, Nikita, and all kinds of other words, and everything except Ikita. Anyways, let's get to the forefront of what we're here for tonight. We spoke about Karan Johar, and therefore I have a rapid-fire question round for you. Take your time answering this. What could get you fired overnight?
That's a rapid fire or getting me fired question.
That probably is a getting you fired
And
question.
especially, is it appropriate in front of my current employers or probably future employers?
You don't tell me they're here. When are you going to tell me that? Anyways, maybe I should make this question a little more politically correct. Have you heard of ChatGPT? Is it scary?
Of course, it's scary and it's exciting at the same time. Why?
Fair enough. So that's what I was coming to. This whole thing called ChatGPT, right? I mean, we've heard about it so much. We've heard people talk about it. It's doing crazy things. It could very well be the person responding to your text right now that you're answering. So don't do that. But yeah, it's there and it's all prevalent. That said, what seems to be completely untouched right now, and thank the Lord for that, and that's going to stay for a while, is the fact that market research is going to be driven by humans. See what's happening there? Something crazy stuff. Our next award is here to honor exactly that. It's here to honor the folks who work behind the market research industry. And you want to tell them about it?
Absolutely. This award is here to honor these irreplaceable humans and people, of course. And the partner for this award group is Nestle. Nestle believes that people and communities are at the heart of being a force for good. So, yes. Again, back to you.
You're going to ask me another question.
Yes. You
Okay,
call
fair
yourself
enough.
an adventurer. And also you binge watch.
I
So
do.
did you happen to see this docu-series which focuses and talks about this youngest Aussie girl called Jessica Watson, who sailed solo around the world in just 6 months?
I think I did, and there was a show called True Spirit. Quite a brilliant show by itself. And that's another thing, no? These millennials, I tell you, they're all about kicking ass and just getting things done. And I love that about them, isn't it? It's just
Like us.
magical. Absolutely. And it makes sense then, that our first award for the night did something to recognize their efforts and talent. Our first category of young superstars is the award for the best researcher under 30. This award will be given to a researcher whose personal contribution has demonstrated excellence in research. Lovely. We have the honor to have with us, We have the honor to have with us Mr. Nitesh Priyadarshi and Mr. Dikshit Chanana to hand over this award. A little round of applause, please. And let's take a look at the finalists for this lovely, lovely award. Cue finalists. Boom. And 3, 2, 1. There we go.
Research Manager at Cantor. I'm excited to be a finalist for the Best Researcher Under 30 category. And let me take you through my learning approach.
Marva and I work as a research manager at Cantor. Today, I will be walking you through 2 of the studies I've done.
I'm Devanshi Ruparal, and I work as a research executive at Q. Last year, I collaborated with a large financial conglomerate comprising of multiple sub-businesses to conduct a study aimed at improving customer satisfaction. After noticing patterns across the businesses, I ran various simulations to identify specific areas that would maximize customer satisfaction while minimizing the resources required. I transformed the report narrative from being descriptive to predictive while also automating and streamlining various internal processes. The simulations I ran became a reality where my recommendations were implemented by the senior management and a follow-up study was conducted after 6 months. The results showed that the satisfaction scores improved, leading the client to not only renew the contract but also sign a long-term one. I hope to continue using data and technology to make a positive impact on the world around me. Thank you.
Hello. So the winner for Best Researcher Under 30 is Dharamraj Thakkar from Matrix Lab.
Fabulous stuff. Oh, great. Fabulous stuff. And congratulations, Dharmaraj. That was a well-deserved win indeed. There you go. I'd like to also take a moment to look at the judges, the jury for this round. I'm sure it would not have been an easy task to select from the entries which, by the way, for this year, this was the most popular award and it received the maximum number of entries. So, big round of applause for these guys for making it work. Hats off. Great stuff. Moving on to our next award, we now have the Most Humane Organization Award. This award is for an organization that employed or engaged differently abled or erstwhile ignored cohorts to embrace diversity. It is our honor to have Mr. Pranesh Mishra and Dr. Derek Gray here to present the award. Big round of applause for them, please. Thank you. And let's take a look at the finalists who made it here.
कंप्यूटर चलाती हूँ और जो मेरे को बिल मिलता है उसमें आइटम स्कैन करती हूँ, 100 बैग और 3000 आइटम निकालती हूँ।
business of understanding human behavior. It is integral to who we are. We look at it across two filters, internal and external. So enhancing employee engagement is on the internal side, and creating a larger social impact is on the external side, and this through the leverage of our employee resource groups. We believe in being the best at becoming better. We're constantly learning, and we're trying to improve as we go along.
The most humane organization award goes to Bintex. Congratulations.
Great stuff. Congratulations, Team Bintex. I'm sure that was a very hard-earned and well-deserved win. A big thank you to the jury who went through this entire process, and I'm sure, again, this would have been an even difficult one to choose and identify a winner. So hats off to them. Nikita,
Thank you,
over to you.
Nihal. We have seen two awards that talk about researchers, young researchers in fact, and talk about being humane. On that note, we'd like to share about MRSI, the community program. It's called TCP, which actually channels this young researcher energy and gives back to the society. And for that, can we have Mr. Praveen Shekhar, CEO at Kriya eKnowledge, recently interim CEO at ESOMAR, who will tell us more about the TCP. Please give a round of applause for Mr. Praveen.
That is the space of Praveen Shekhar. This belongs to Sarita. I am Sarita. I'm a woman. I live 40 kilometers away in a place called Naigaon. I want you to raise your arms like this, all of you. Here, listen to me. I'm Sarita, the voice. Yes, it's okay to hit somebody next to you. Now move 90 degrees this way, as you were. Now the length and breadth is my house. It is where I live, along with my family of 4 and my mother-in-law. That is the space where we live, cook, sleep, eat, use it for recreation and procreation. I'm a mother of 2. My husband works when he wants to, when he's in the mood for it. A drunkard who steals whatever little money that I have saved and spends it on bidis and locally brewed rum. And then he comes back and takes out all his frustration on me. I'm his punching bag. I am screwed. Everything happens in front of the family. And then I'm totally screwed those 3-4 days in a month when I get shouted at by my husband and my mother-in-law. The money that I scrounge and save. Why are you spending money on sanitary pads? Can you not use an old piece of cloth? I'm frustrated. I do not want my daughter to live this life. I want her to have wings. I want her to soar, fly away somewhere, work, get educated, be happy, be successful. I am Sarita, and I'm not alone. There are many Saritas all around us. Can you not raise your hand and help all the Saritas here? Can you not do something for the likes of me? That was Sarita. I am Praveen Shekhar here representing the MRSI and ESOMA, here to talk to you about the global platform called Research Got Talent, initiated by ESOMA in 2018, proposed by the Hong Kong Research Association, with the Indian MRSI jumping straight up as one of the two pioneers. I was the president of MRSI, brought it to Sandeep Saxena, who lapped it up, and I have Priya Lobo and Sundar Muthuraman, who adopted and adapted it and coined and came up with our own, the community program. What is this about? An opportunity for us to give back. Charity is not something where you say, hey, I will donate money when I'm rich, when I have enough, I will do. No. Charity is when you look into your pocket, find out what you have, and share that with those around you who are in need. And that is what the community program is all about, where we have our younger researchers working with non-profits and other NGOs, treating them as clients, finding out what are the needs, what is the need of the society, how do we research, how do we find out what is the need in that micro market, coming back and presenting with the support of clients, agencies, competitors, senior mentors, all towards giving back to our society. The story of Sarita is a true story, researched last year and presented to us by Dragonfly's Aparajita and Sachi. What would you and I do? Yes, let's go help the daughter, let's look at education, let's go give them a whole lot. And we had our own younger researchers asking us to invert our thought process. They worked with a human charitable welfare trust and said, let's invert our thought process. Why don't we work with Sarita, teach her some skill and teach her to work? Give some work so she gets some money. With the money, she gets self-esteem that builds confidence. She takes up full-time work and goes as her money for her daughter's skill education and flight. We also have two younger researchers from Peru out here, Anel and Eva, if you can stand up and wave. They have flown all over from Peru, Lima in Peru, and here doing a road show in India, talking about Research Got Talent and the community program. That is what the community program is all about. What are we doing about the Sarita in our lives? And I am here as your representative, imploring you to dip into your pocket. I'm not here asking for money, I'm here asking for your time, for your knowledge, to work with younger researchers, to participate in the Research Got Talent program where the nominations are on. Each of you can select a non-profit of your choice. The ESOMA website has a whole lot of details in terms of the themes. Nominate your younger researchers, work with them, work with us, work with our industry, to create that small micro change in that environment, because everything is going to be open source. Join the giving movement. That is why I'm here for. Are you ready to help the Saritas around you? Are you ready to help the Saritas around you, my dear friends? Then all I'm requesting you to do is take your mobile phone out right away, take it away, open the camera app and scan this, which will lead you straight to the MRSI's TCP page, which talks about the program, what has happened, how it has, and this has been running since 2018. And we have the young senior researchers who all presented there to help everybody out. This is the Golden Key Awards. All the movers and shakers of the research industry, insight industry is here. And I'm here on behalf of the MRSI and ESOMA making an appeal to each one of you to join the giving movement. Be a part of the community program. Help a lot more Saritas. Thank you very much. Please nominate me. Over to you.
Thank you, Praveen. That was fabulous. And ladies and gentlemen, we're expecting at least 3 young researchers from each of your organizations to come and participate in this activity. The deadline is pretty generous, I would say. It's 18th of April, 2023. So you have until then to submit your nominations. Please do so. I think it'll be great. Our next award makes its debut this year. This award is known as the Best Operations Team of the Year award, and this award recognizes the often unsung heroes of our industry. The operations and support teams really operate in the background, and these are the guys who go that extra mile to deliver insights to businesses. And I think they do a fabulous job because they are the ones who make the research bit come completely alive. They get the right data at the right time and in the right manner. So this award is here to honor them. We would love to have Ketki Sitapati and Anila Vinayak here to give away this award to the Best Operations Team of the Year. And the finalists for this award are as follows.
And the award for the Best Operations Team of the Year goes to
Kantar Operations, Malay Lahiri.
Well done, Team Canada. Congratulations to you guys. I know this was a hotly contested award, and safe to say that we're surrounded by some amazing talent. The jury could not have had a tougher time getting the winner in this award out, so hats off to them. Sounds
Moving on, before we move on to the next award though,
Yep.
I again have a question for you.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
There are so many questions tonight, Ikita. Why?
Did you happen to see Sher Shah by any chance?
I did actually, and I kind of saw it through Veera's eyes. I'm a sucker for Instagram, so watch the whole thing.
So you saw the wedding basically.
I totally did.
That's not where I was going though.
Oh, okay.
You know, this movie got the best actor, best director, best lyricist, best music composer, and many other awards. You know what it means?
Yup, that you're completely and totally and utterly obsessed with Siddharth Malhotra.
No. It means that a company or a team with all that talent can cut through any complexity and strive for gold, which coincidentally is what our next category award all about.
Okay?
The next award, ladies and gentlemen, talks about the best client servicing team of the year. This award will be given to the client servicing team from an organization that has consistently excelled in their deliveries and extended support to their client. We have the pleasure of having Mr. Shashi Sinha and Amitabh Mishra to give away the award, please. Can we have the finalists, please?
Client servicing is at the core of our DNA. We strive hard each day to meet and exceed industry standards. We are Q&Q, and this is our story of exceptional client servicing.
This professional team of Q&Q who are technically sound, who are technically qualified, and who also are very, very committed in maintaining the relationship with the clients. Look forward to continue to work with this amazing team of individuals in Q&Q, and I'm sure that with this kind of approach, with this kind of commitment, there's a lot which Q&Q team can do in this country, in the service of farming community, in the service of mankind. All the very best.
World Panel Division, Kantar.
Well, congratulations, Team Kantar. Now that must not have been a walk in the park for the jury. Here's the impressive jury that found the winners. Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, is no less than a Shersha 2. It's for the Best Client Insight Team of the Year. And the award will be given to the Best Client Insight team who goes the extra mile to valorize research and within their business and work exceptionally well with agencies. I would be honored to announce that Mr. Nitin Kamath and Ms. Preeti Reddy would be here to give the award, please. And the finalists for the Best Client Insight Team of the Year are
Hi, my name is Charu Malik and I head the CMI team at Helion. I'm very proud to say that this team is the best in class team with each team member being highly talented and capable. With their unique and individual domain expertise, they challenge and complement each other to do better and achieve greater heights every day. It is this team that is considered to be the fuel engine that drives the growth for Helion via deep human understanding across stakeholders. This team truly exemplifies the Helion behaviors of go beyond, do what matters most, and keep it human. For us, our agency partners are strategic members of our team who enable us in formulating strong growth strategy for our brands. I am very proud to say that this is the team that has elevated India BU to the stature of being the most consumer-centric BU globally. Thank you.
The best client insight team of the year is Hindustan Unilever Limited.
It's not on.
Yeah. Congratulations, Team HUL. I don't think choosing the best from this was easy, but hats off to the jury that identified a winner.
Oh, completely. And you'll see some fun stuff happening on the stage right now, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit.